Yeah, hello guys. How are you guys doing? So, d- during the week, I posted something about true liquidity, and I think it is best that I read that out first, so that we can understand for those that maybe missed the post, or for some that might not be on my Twitter page that might come across it. So I posted something about uh true liquidity. Okay. And that's basically what we're talking about. So majorly let's look into it. Let's see what it is about. Okay, so I said a valid bid or offer. What's of course SMC commonly called, or demand and supply traders commonly called demand and supply, even though the only supply in the market, supply in the market does not mean sellers. Supply in the market is basically from the market maker, that is, market makers providing liquidity. That is the passive, right? The passive areas in the market that supply the liquidity, which is to be absorbed. So, which is not yet mitigated or was violated, and balance shows that the market makers or liquidity providers as such areas are in loss, and therefore will start planning on how to mitigate their loss. Let's say you are a BTC exchange, changes BTC to Naira and vice versa. And at some point you hold BTC, you are in loss. To mitigate this loss effectively, you might have to start trying to sell what you have at relatively higher prices. That is increasing your offer, increasing the amount of the offer that is your sell limit order. Okay, so which means that will be the minimum money you now want to trade your sell it. Maybe normally the average minimum people are selling that's also in the business are selling at let's say at the rate of 1,200. But because you are in loss, of course, if you are trusted enough, you can maybe increase yours to 1,215 or thereabout, just to be able to make more profit that could account for the loss that you probably you are in. So while you look for ways to buy more BTC, also in a smarter way, if you see people that want to sell or that can sell the BTC to you at cheaper prices, that is buying low and selling at higher prices. So which means you're also trying to decrease your bid. All right. The bid is the amount at which you are placing to buy. All right. While the offer is how much you are willing to sell. So this is the case in knowing how to know the exact liquidity price is seeking. Usually, let's say the participants in Frankfurt opening are buyers, then London open. So this particular last paragraph might really not resonate with a lot of people, if not a majority of people actually. So this is how it works. And of course, you need the knowledge of a open range to be able to actually understand this perfectly. So if you are new, you can check through my highlights and my pinned posts in order to actually be able to understand where we are coming from. All right, so that's it. So having said that, what I will hint a little, just a little open range. What is open range about? Open range is simply saying at the opening of a month, a day, a week, or a session. London, for example, opens presently Nigeria time at 8 a.m. So at exactly that 8 a.m., so let's say you have a certain card rule, you can use any fixed time frame between 1 minute or among 1 minute, 5 minutes, and 15 minutes, but you have to fix it. to get the open range of your monthly, of your daily, or of your weekly, and what's not. So majorly, let's say I want to use 1 minute time frame to determine my open range. And this is the last candle formed just before the opening of that day or the session, the last candle that was formed at the closing price, and now another candle that is being formed. So open range says if price read the high first, then it signifies buyers, and the buyers have 3 moves to make. You can clear the high, clear the low, and also they meet the target, which means at this high, it is buyers that are there. Also, this sell is sponsored by the same buyers, and this buy is also sponsored by the same buyers. So that is it, 3 cycles. And then we say they complete their cycle, which they might continue. But if another corresponding, let's say this is day open, if another day open, or if this is London open, if New York open, we have new participants entirely. All right, so the same way, if let's say now this is London and this is New York, candle, the last candle that was formed, price read the low first, showing us sellers, participants are in control. Then price clear the high, still sellers. This buy is sponsored by sellers. The price clear the low, so 3 cycles. And then we have sellers. So we have cases where sellers can take over from buyers if another session has not opened. For example, let's say New York has not opened and price sold and clear this low. This is the flip point. That is if New York has not opened. All right. So guys, what the statement is saying basically is that when you have an offer area, which is maybe your order block at the top, and price is buying towards that particular order block or AOI or whatever it is, some call it sponsor candle, some normal support and resistance zone, all right, which even should be the basic. So when you have price eating into your offer side, okay, and then you anticipate that price should reverse, okay, and you anticipate that price should reverse, all right, so there are some key things to note. We say for price to reverse totally, that is due to absorption. If you have not seen that video, you can find it on my Twitter highlight page. But that's not the major thing for today. The major thing for today is to understand our market maker. Why should price come to that particular order block? Why should price come to that particular area that you mark? There are a lot of order blocks. For example, many people sold here as a valid order block, which is not bad because, of course, obviously this is liquidity and whatnot, and on a normal SMC way, that could work. But the truth is, understanding what true liquidity looks like save you from losses like that at times. So what do I mean? I've already quickly revised on open range to let you guys just have an idea. All right, so that anybody that is just watching the video won't be totally lost. Okay, so let's say, for example, we have a move, because there are a lot of other blocks on the market. There are thousands on a lot around the range. You will see a lot. The question is, this is another block. All right, so this is another block or AOI or whatever area that you call it. So there are a lot of those online on your chart, right? So, but the one price we use is that one which the market maker has used to actually call what? Call maybe buyers or sellers towards itself, okay, in order for it to be mitigated. That is, you have an AOI here, an area of interest here, all right, and this particular area, that is what formed this low, let's say, is from London, and what comes to raid it, that is the aggressors, because London become passive the moment another session opens. So let's say what come to break this low is New York. In London, the participants are this low. Let's say they are sellers based on what I just explained to you guys. And in New York, the people coming to rate this particular low, they are buyers. All right. That is buying open range based on what I just explained earlier in the video. All right. So what do you think will happen here? That means buyers will start absorbing sellers, or sellers will start absorbing buyers rather, because it is the passive that is limiting the effect of momentum. When there is, of course, there is a imbalancing. When there is imbalance, imbalance simply means the limitation of passive orders. Why absorption or divergence is the limitation of aggressors, that is the present trend, by the passive. So basically, when price come here and you have buyers here and sellers here, meaning that there will be absorption that will start taking place. So that absorption is what is being read in the statement where I said the increase in offer, decrease in bid, or the decrease in bid, increase in offer. So you see price extending, that is with momentum. So that is price trying to what? Extend the side, either extending the side of the ask against the bid, or extending the side of the bid against the ask, based on the example I put in the tweet as we have it. So which means this particular high right here is what is calling price. So there will be other block here, other block here, but in as much the high is not what price engineered, that is, this high is not necessarily engineered. This price, there might not be any divergence as it's low. Now, mind you, this low creates this high. That's why we are saying, because this low, this is the high is created. That's why we are saying it is a divergence against this high. So that high, that price diverge against, that is what is calling price. So just above that high, the valid area there is what will be used for the particular trade. So which means when you study very well, you know what you're doing in line with studying other concepts that I've taught concerning open range concept. Check my Twitter highlights. That would be a very simple guide to quickly go through things. Which means you could even take this like I did. I took this buy right from here. All right. I was awake that night and I target exactly that my high. I even gave this on my Instagram status. I circled it for them. All right. As an entry, and immediately price raised it. I gave his price was here when I gave that on my Instagram status. And immediately price was around there, and I projected and I circled that for them to look at. And immediately price raised it. What happened? We have the dump. So basically, this is what is calling price, which means this AOI is this. That is why it works. It seems to work when you are taught engineering of liquidity. These things I've traded them before, right? So, but in order to be specific with the liquidity that is being sought by price, this is exactly what is happening there. Okay, that is exactly what is happening there. So, for example, look at this. Here we have, I'll use that as an example so that we can get the picture at least. I don't want the video to be too long. Maybe in subsequent videos, I will do more examples on that. So here, this is all we need. Let's see why that particular exact high is our liquidity, irrespective of whatever. I'm not looking at this. For example, this particular area even looks so beautiful, I think, on a corresponding higher time frame. Look at it. So beautiful and looks freshly unmitigated. But I'm not interested in it because I know that that is not what is calling price. What is calling price is this high. So I knew that, all right? So I wouldn't be looking at that. I would never get trapped in such. So that is the beauty of what I'm trying to teach you here. I'm able to know the exact liquidity price is seeking, exact one. So basically, let's go back to 1 minute time frame to check the open range for the sessions that overlaps there. So basically, the session that formed this low, this is 7:58, which means that must have been Frankfurt. Frankfurt opens presently by 7 a.m. So, and for those that don't know the opening of their sessions and whatnot, you can always use this website, Forex Time Converter. All right, Forex Time Converter, you can always use that. And it will always, convert that for you, this first one. All right, so it always convert it for you. You just choose your location. I'm in Lagos, Africa. And of course, if you are in Nigeria generally, this is what you will choose, Africa, Lagos. So you can see presently Frankfurt open at 7 a.m., closes by 3 p.m., London by 8. So opening time is what you use. You don't need to cram that, all right? Especially during daylight saving and all. By the time we move to November, all this will change again. So it is just better to always just use your converter once you enter a new season, okay? So that's by the way. So presently Frankfurt is by 7. All right, so Frankfurt is by 7 a.m. So let's see what that is. So 7. So this is exactly Frankfurt. So Frankfurt was a sell open range. Price took the lows first and price just keeps selling. So Frankfurt is a sell open range. It keeps selling. So let's see the session that overlaps with it. That is obviously London. So you can see London is a buy open range. Price swept the high first, then sweep the low. Remember, I told you guys it would be 3 cycles. So it did not even complete the cycle. So swept the high, swept the what? The lows. So that is what? That is Frankfurt for you. So swept the high. London for you, swept the low. So now we know that at Frankfurt, it is sellers that are there who are represented by S or negative, minus. And here now, what are coming to read that low, and this low is what creates this high, don't forget, are buyers in London. So B, that is positive. So what happened? You'll start calling each other, okay? Calling each other. So which means that this high is the available liquidity price is seeking. And once price seek the available liquidity, then obviously the trade will happen. So that's basically it. Obviously the trade will happen. So buying, after I have my narrative for buying, after I have my absorptions at the lows on Tuesday, which was even day 3 according to HPO3, just so much perfection in everything that I actually teach you guys. All right, a lot of perfection in it. You'll be wondering why day 3. I've shown you all these things over and over again. Multiple of 3 candles. All right, multiple of 3 candles. So you'll be wondering why day 3. Okay, so exactly the 3rd day. Exactly the 3rd day, day 1, day 2. All right, day 3. Though I have not taught HPO3, I've been reserved about that, of course. Not everything is for free. Besides, even though I would teach everything for free, you should know that it will take me time, some months, maybe even years, all right? This is all about content. I can't just, something I used more than 2 years to build, and I will just come, give you for free. You won't even appreciate it. Even the ones I've given for free, that is more than enough to make everyone profitable. Some of you guys will watch 2, 3 videos and you are done. And you'll be like, no, this thing is not for you. It's too hard. As if trading is not hard. Well, choose the easy way and keep losing money, or you just listen. Yeah, I'm very smart and there is a way I twist all these things. But at the end of the day, if you stick around, I keep making it simple and actually releasing it to you. So you just need to be patient and keep following. Yeah, you just need to be patient and keep following. So exactly the 3rd day on Thursday, on Tuesday, this following week, this is a new week open. This was on Friday. I do see a buy towards that high, and I sold as uploaded also on Twitter. Okay, so a lot like that, very common, always, same thing that called this particular buy. You can go and use that to, you can go ahead to actually check for what rates this low. all right, and you see that it's actually diverged against it. And since this low creates this high and all that, so you can go and use that to practice. But don't forget, it is not just sessional alone. It could be between these, you have to consider because we are in a new day. All right, this was sessional because we are within the same day. Yeah, this is what raised the low is another day entirely. So you have to consider the coordinates there. If you don't understand what I'm saying, my Twitter allies, like I said, is more than enough for you to get that. Same thing here. I took this buy, if some of you guys remember, I took it right from the day it started, and then there was FOMC the second day that just pushed price toward my direction. And why was that? This low here was from W plus, the week opened as a sell open range, but flipped to a buy around there. So buyers also have 3 cycles to make, clear the high, clear the low. All right, so they keep clearing the low. Of course, they've not met targets. So we have W plus here. So, and what comes to Reddit, the new week that opened there opened as a sell open range, but it's flipped to buyers here, which means buyers participants are the ones, it's opened as a buy open range, but flipped to a sell at this low, opened as a buy open range, then flipped to sellers here. So which means it was W minus that came to Reddit. So and since this low creates this high, so which means this high is available. And what happens at exactly what was missing here was daily open range. If you watch my video on absorption, you will understand that, which means it did not start that day based on the fact that absorption wasn't complete. The daily O area was D minus. What came to Reddit also was D minus. And so we wait for the next day, and the next day gave us the D plus. And that's when I took the buy. And that's even also have HPO3 confluence. We go to 4-hour time frame. I think it was exactly the 6th or 9th 4-hour time frame where I took the trade. So from the candle that started the absorption at this low, candle 1, candle 2, candle 3, candle 4, candle 5, exactly candle 6. Can you see that? So, and that's why confidently I can hold till the next day. If you have seen my prop firm series on YouTube that I'm doing, you will see that this is exactly how I enter a trade. I don't care. HPO3 is my own timing. I just enter confidently, and I just know that price will push to that direction, and I will come the second day. All the trades I took on that account are swing trades, and that was intentional, just to show you I can swing trade, I can do intraday and all that. They are swing trades. So you can go and watch the video. You would see this is exactly how I do on live. All right, on live performance, this is exactly how I behave. There is no other thing to it. When you understand the true nature of the market and the true psychology, this is exactly how you handle things. So that is basically how it is. Exactly the 6th candle. And obviously it must not be rated. It can't even be rated. So since I already have my full absorption and also my HPO3 confluence, filling of order, so that is a complete auction for reversal. And I bought. And if you remember that particular trade, like I said, my target was exactly this high. Exactly the high. I took my profit off here, and then another absorption started at the high for continuation of the trade. But internally, this is what price is seeking. This is the high that was available because of the divergence that started between them. So same thing for this, same thing for the sessional. That is the true nature of same price is fractal. So same thing for the sessional, same thing for whatever it is that it is you want to trade. So this is how you do things effectively. Specific liquidity, I can mark specific liquidity that price is seeking for you over and over and over with all accuracy over again, every single day, every single time. That's just the truth. All right, and you guys will see more and more and more of that. So with that, I leave you to the video. Ensure you watch all related videos on opening range concept, the free contents I put out there, so that you can really understand where I'm coming from. But I tried to actually introduce that again, just at least to be able to carry you guys along if you are new to my page, or you are just in my video for the first time, so that you can really relate easily. And there it goes. So with that, I say good luck, and of course, good trading. See you guys in the next one. Peace.